Howdy folks, Kirk and Jason here with Kirk Giordano Plastering. Today, I don't know if you guys been following what we're doing this two-story house. And what I'm going to do today is, they tore all the stucco off this house. And when they tore all the stucco off the house, they tore the stucco off this pillar. When I first looked at it, I said, guys, what you want me to do with that? He says, do your magic and just make it work. So what I've done is I pressure washed this. Then I put a bonding agent on it. That blue stuff is just a bonding agent. And then I cheated, guys. I put some corners here. I was going to free eyeball this out, but I thought, don't do that. Because this corner has got to line up with this corner. This has got to line out. We're 5 inches there, 4 inches there. And it's just too much to try to line out without these corners. So I took about 10 minutes and I popped those on. In fact, I forgot this guy here. I'm just going to chuck this guy on here. Now, there's a lot of ways to do this, guys. I seen a guy, he was on video and he was doing this. I thought, what are you doing, man? You'll be here forever. What we're going to do is, because we laughed this. It was winter time. I mean, it's still technically spring, but it just happens to be about 85 today. This mud is taken up and it's stiff. It's rapid set. Oh. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to eyeball this guy out here. First thing I want to do is put the majority of this mud on because it is going. All right, guys, we got a better mix right now. That happens, especially when it's real hot. I didn't wet the board. And look at this. Peter, Ask the Plasterer, the guy in UK. He interviews plasterers like us. You ever see that happen? Anyway, that's a goner. Now that I've got some mud that is better, and Jay did say that, that's going to harden in 5 minutes. And if you keep rambling, you'll lose it before you could use it. Okay, this is just mixed. So I'm going to quit talking so much and get this on so we don't have that problem again. Okay. Got to hustle because it is hot weather. And with this, guys, all I'm going to do is I'm eyeballing everything. What does that mean? That just means I'm making this kind of with my eye. All right. Blam. Blam. So we're going to make that corner. We'll make this corner come up. Come here again. Let's see how much easier it is when the mud is a little looser. And that was 100% my fault, because I'm the one saying, no, give me 5-minute mud, not countering for the day. It's way too hot. Already this is getting stiff, guys. This is rapid set stucco. It's a hydraulic stucco, and you can go back to back 6 inches with this. In fact, with this video, I'll put in the description a couple jobs we went 6 inches thick on with this particular material. And what that means is you can't put it on, say, 6 inches, but you can do exactly what I'm doing right now and go inch after inch after inch. Blam. Okay. How's it going, man?
Good. Don't make a video?
We are.
We're going in the house.
You guys are the plumbers?
Yes, sir. I work on your house, sir.
Oh, hell. Get back out here, man. We'll put you in the video. Okay, guys. What I'm doing now is I'm hustling And I'm not gonna make that same mistake. Otherwise, just said, Dad, quit your talking and get it done because I don't want to mix it again. We're on a job site. A job site, you get people walking in and out because everybody's got something to do. All right, that's actually pretty good. I'm gonna switch trowels because I got this little piece right in here. And I can pretty it up with the float. I'll show you that in a bit. A couple more. I want to use all this mud up, guys. Then I'll show you how we float this to match, or just to square it all off. All right. Now, again, guys, you know they make retardants for this stuff. Meaning you put a bag of retardant in it, and you'll get an extra hour. Actually, Jay could have mixed this where we got an extra half hour, but I wanted it stiff. He gave it to me stiff. Cool. All right. So, down here, I wanted it stiff because we are going 5-6 inches in a lot of spots. So, yeah, we lost a little bit, but in the long run, that's not such a big deal. These corners, I'm trying not to disturb too much because they can pop off. I barely got a couple concrete nails in them. You guys might say, well, if that stuff hardens so fast, why are you using it? This stuff, when it's dry, it has the strength of about 5,000 psi. What is a concrete? Concrete usually is about 3,000 to 35 psi. That just means how strong it is. So, because I'm doing one coat or multiple coats on this, I want it as strong as possible because it'll take me too long to come here, scratch it, come back, brown it. So one coat basically at one time. That's why I'm using the rapid set. If you guys think, wow, I want to use that rapid set, go to Home Depot, go to Lowe's, go to your nearest material yard such as West Side Building Supply. West Side is all over the place. They have this material, or just go to Home Depot. We buy the 94-pound bag, but at Home Depot you can buy 10-pound boxes. So you got a little bitty patch. 10-pound bag is all you need. Okay, so I'm almost done with this. Then I'm going to make this look pretty. That's kind of nasty looking, but that's okay. It's just a base coat. See how fast it got hard, guys? Just what I want for something this thick. How long will this last? Forever. It's considered a buttress. All right, so Jay's going to mix me up one last bucket of some soupier mud so I can finish this front. And while he's mixing it, I'm gonna Darby and float this a little bit. That just means I'm gonna make it a little bit more true and plumb. All right, guys, this will be the finish coat now, or the last coat. And by the way, luminite, say for example, if you buy a bag of luminite, it's a accelerator for stucco. The first batch, when you first open it, all you need is 1 cup to set a 5-gallon bucket. And then the next time you use it, you need 2 cups. If it sits about, say, 6 months, now you need 5 cups, because these products get old, guys. Just like bombs. Bombs get old. We get old. So when they get old, they lose the ability to set fast, but we don't have that problem today. Ours had the ability to set fast, too fast, in fact. But we got it under control. It gave me an opportunity to sweat. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm just making everything true and plumb, making it look really pretty, getting all the details out. So like, I want it to be here. I want this corner to be like a pyramid, like that. I want this corner to be sharp. I want this corner to be sharp, that, and then I float it with a hard rubber float that compresses everything. So this one is a little bit crooked, so I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more where I need it. So, okay, now that's straight. Now this crooked, so straightening this out, and I can look at the board now and see that's enough to finish this other one too. So we're on the home stretch here, and I'll show you guys how you or I can compress it to make it, it becomes stronger, it becomes true, and true just means in plaster language, straight. Okay, I can see this one is a little cockeyed, so I'm going to put a little bit of mud right here and get that out. Now make this corner once more, make that corner, and I'll show you how we really make corners. The guys in the UK call it a rod. We use a Darby. I'll show you both of those in a minute. All right, so this guy here, a little bit more needs to be on here. While I'm on the subject, guys, if you mix it right and don't yammer on or ramble on like I do often, then you'll use skill. Right now, I'm using a little bit of muscle because I let it set too long. All right, so now this is crooked. This wall's crooked. I'm going to use the big stuff first because this is setting fast. Coming up here, putting that on. Coming here, putting it on. And yeah, I'm using some muscle now because it's setting. Okay, now to get my tops. I'm going to hit this one, get my top. Hit it here. Get my top. Get that so-called radius. This might be my last one. Okay, so this is crooked. I can see that. I'm going to come up here, leave somewhere I need it. Ooh, that breeze feels good. All right. And keep in mind, guys, it doesn't look like it, but we put up to 4 or 5 inches on this in different areas. So mixing it stiff at the beginning was the right thing to do. All right, and now I'll show you how we make it true and plumb. If you guys don't have a big trowel like I have, this Congo trowel pretty much makes it true and plumb because it's so dang big. Most people say, that's way too big for me. All right, just for the sake of throwing some mud, I'm going to show you something. All right, now I'm using a Darby. Anytime you use a Darby or what they use, these are called rods. We use these too. Now you take a Darby and you true it. Say like this, for example. You take it, and as I'm doing that, I'm pushing hard. That'll give me it helps me achieve whatever shape I want to achieve. That's done. And the idea is this to here. If there's more on it, get rid of it. Too much. Those are my templates, my guides. And if you put your guides on straight, you've got to follow them. I just eyeballed those on, and the idea was to eyeball them on straight. You guys done already? They're going to fill this with something else. Okay, so now that I have my rough template, I'm going to hard rubber float. And because I was dicking around, talking and doing a whole bunch of useless stuff, now I'm going to hard rubber float it because this compresses it. I want it to set flat. I want to compress it tight against that concrete. So I'm putting about the equivalent of 30 pounds, and I'm pushing tight, pushing a lot tighter than you may realize, because I have an ulterior motive, and that is to really push it deep and make it set. Okay, so I get my corners. I told the homeowner I'd do exactly what I'm doing. I'd make these kind of like a pyramid. Take that, and now here, same thing. All I'm doing is straightening this out. I'm compressing it. This is called hard rubber floating with a polyurethane float, or you can call it a hard rubber float. And if your arm gets tired, guys, because I'm messing around, I'm using my elbow right here, giving me extra leverage. Like if you're ever curling, you put your arm. So anyway, that's that. Now I'm getting this side here. Making it true and plumb. Making it pretty, making it square. Okay. Now I'm going to go to this other side. I have to do the exact same thing. And here's the finish they used to have. Pretty, isn't it? Woo! All right, so same thing over there. Push it tight, and I'm using, again, about the equivalent of 30 pounds. Right here, we're to get these straight lines, going like so. And again, this is just rapid set stucco. It's a hydraulic stucco that you can get at Home Depot or Lowe's, and actually most other hardware stores too. You can buy pound bags or boxes, 25-pound boxes, or what we buy, 50-pound or 94-pound bags. And again, I'm just compressing it. And we have another finish going over this. Do I need to make it this pretty? No. Because we have a color coat going on this house. Now we're not sure if that color coat is going to be an acrylic, flexes. That way, I mean, we're in Alameda. And in Alameda, there's a lot of water underground, a lot of streams, so the houses lift and then they drop, and they have a huge tendency to crack in Alameda. So he hasn't decided yet if he's going to go acrylic or cementitious. But that's pretty much it, guys. And lastly, I'll tell you guys, if you're using any cement, whether or not it's Portland cement, and you go in this thick, if you do not hydrate it, hydrate's a fancy word for hose it down big time. It'll crack more than it should. Does this particular product crack? Not really, especially if you leave it in the bag. Joke, guys. Now here's the last thing I'll show you guys. All right, we're going to take all this stuff out of here, and this is just water in a float. And I want to hydrate it right now. So I'm going to put all this water on it and come up. I don't want to destroy. I just want it to strengthen it now. And now this is strengthening it with Eisenwall or Rapid Set product. They want you to wet it. When you put it on the wall, they are very specific about throughout the day hosing it down. You just take a water hose, your garden hose, and hose it down, wet it. But what I'm doing is the equivalent to just wetting it. I'm just using a float. I want to pretty it up a little bit more. And we'll call it a day. This actually is, on this particular house, what I was looking forward to do. Right now I got Dan and Carl. They're finishing up the lath where windows were not installed yet. And I thought, you guys, go ahead and finish that stuff up and let me do the fun stuff, which is right here. I love to do this stuff. The trickier it is, the more I like it. So that one's, it could be prettier right here. Okay, I'm not sure what the camera will show. Blam. And that's going to be like 5,000 psi. It's going to be harder than a foundation, harder than a sidewalk when it sets. So now I'm doing the same thing here. A lot of water, guys, a lot of water. Take that. And this is bringing out the sand or the aggregate. So, a lot of water. Keep my corners tight. Just pour it on it because, again, they want you to do this, guys, if you're using any of the Rapid Set products. A lot of water. It strengthens it as it sets it. Anyway, guys, you see it there. That's all we do. And when we come back to scratch all this, then we're going to color everything all at once, and I'll color these right in. All right, guys, we thought we'd get everything out of the way because you could see it more clearly now without all that crap in the way. Anyway, now what we did was we made it look like pyramids. It's got sharp angles. And a minute ago, the GC, Tom Carroll, come by and he says, Kirk, I thought we agreed that you would have this rounded off like the radius is. So I said, oh, that's not a big deal. Jay, mix me up another half a bucket. And he says, no, I'm just kidding, man. So I said, you know what I like about you, Tom? He says, no. I said, me neither. Anyway, my name is Kirk, Jason on the camera. We thank you guys for watching, and as usual, we'll see you guys on the next one.
All right, folks, as always, we want to say thank you for watching. If you like what we put out, please like and subscribe, and we'll keep making content for you. And as usual, we'll see you on the next one.